So checking out, one of the other games for the bubble games, like you got you got the Rockets and you got the Mavericks, right? And you know, sometimes you think about the Rockets and I'm like, what is going on? Like first of all, these guys like do not box out whatsoever for rebounds. And then you get the Dallas Mavericks, right, who are not taking advantage of the major, mismatches when they have two like 6'11" plus players on the floor, right? Now you got the Mavericks, like I'm just watching Kristaps Porzingis, and I'm like, dude, this dude cannot post up James Harden. I don't know if that's just sad or hilarious. I think it's a little bit of both. Like, dude, come on, man. Like, you really can't post up James Harden. Like I know James Harden's pretty strong. I mean, you just checking his arm, right? And it's pretty. This guy's has been lifting, but are you telling me your 7'3" ass, who knows how much you weigh, cannot back down James Harden, right? Like, come on, bro. Like, and then you got the Maxi Keebler dude, the Keebler cookies, right? That's what I think when I think of Maxi Keebler. Like, you're telling me you rather have him like near the 3-point line than near the post? It's just ridiculous. Sometimes like two teams that are so different, right? And yet so similar. Like you got the Dallas Mavericks with Luka Doncic doing everything. And you got the Rockets who have James Harden who wants to do everything with a little spice of Westbrook, right? Except the Mavericks got some big ass players. And the Rockets, they got some small ass players, right? So I'm like, dude, like, how can you be so different and so same at the same time just by watching this? Like, I'm seeing every missed shots, from the Mavericks getting scooped up by, Porzingis and like Max Keebler and stuff. And then, like, I'm just looking at the Rockets like, dude, like, how come these guys are not boxing out? Like, you can easily box out Porzingis. Like, this dude is just a little light. Like, just a little light down low. Like, any more lighter and this dude just flies up in the air. Like, come on, man. Like, you're making it a little bit difficult for PJ Tucker. And every time, they bring up PJ Tucker, right? Like, let's bring up his shoes. Like, okay, I get it, Like, I get it. Like, this dude brought like 300 pairs of shoes and stuff. I get it, right? But, I mean, the Rockets ended up edging out the Mavericks for the win. And, dude, Alpha just BS luck. And I just gotta say, how sustainable is this, for the Rockets? Like, they're my pick for dark horse in the West. Like, dude, like, the Rockets can pretty much upset the Lakers. Like I'm saying right now, like, they have the talent to upset the Lakers. Like, you want to play Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, Anthony Davis on them? Go ahead. They don't care. They'll just outrun you, right? Like, you got Westbrook, James Harden, and everyone else. Like, just run. And since, the Lakers are the oldest team, like, just up the pace and just see if they can keep up. I mean, let's see what happens, right? And then they don't really have perimeter defenders to even guard, James Harden and, Westbrook. Don't even bring up, Kentavious Pope. Right? Don't bring up him. Don't bring up Danny Green and whatnot. These guys will not be able to contain these two players. But then you gotta think, like, dude, this Rocket team is just so trash. Like, on offense sometimes, like, dude, it's like this dribble. I'm a pass, do this behind the back pass. Like, what is James Harden doing? Like, these guys even look like they wanted to win. Like, I don't know, like for me, like, dude, the Jazz are looking pretty bad. Like, I think they're gonna slip down the standings, and it might be first round, The Rockets and first round OKC, like, that's gonna be interesting to see, right? You got Russell Westbrook versus OKC in a playoff series, and that's kind of bittersweet, but at the same time, that might be the best case scenario for the Rockets, right? Because they need to get past the first round, and I think they need to play against the Lakers. Like, do not play against the Clippers. Do not just tank positioning for the Lakers instead of the Clippers, because the Clippers just match up too well with the Rockets, right? Too well. Like, they're like literally like countering the Rockets. Like, they have every perimeter defender for the Rockets. And then you got the Lakers, they can't, what's it called? They can't really match up with the Rockets, and the Rockets can't match up with them. So it's basically the most interesting, outcome that you will want to see, right? You got the big ass players in the Lakers and the small ass players with the Rockets. Like, all right, take your pick now. Will that series go to 7? I don't know, but it is in the Rockets' best interest to play the Lakers. And then you got the Dallas Mavericks, right? And I gotta say, like, dude, what is going on? Like, with the they really have to revamp the offense for the Mavericks. Like, dude, just by looking at it, like, yeah, Kristaps Porzingis put up 36, but come on, man, he should be able to put up way more, right? 36 and 14 rebounds. Come on, bro. You're playing against players that are like 5 inches shorter than you. You're able to grab like 20 rebounds, man. Come on, bro. Like, I think Embiid like just picked up like 20 rebounds, and he was just playing as Miles Turner, I think. And like, Porzingis, you can't really grab 20 rebounds against these guys. Hey, I know Porzingis is pretty bad at rebounding, but still, like, come on, man. Like, they really have to revamp the. It can't be just Luka or die sometimes. Like, yeah, I know it's very interesting, and it kind of looks like it's in their best interest to just play Luka, like, 100% of the time. Like, just give him the ball, but, it's very rare to have players like that win championships, right? The goal is to win championship. You don't want to put super bad habits into Luka Doncic right now in his early career in order to, develop him into this certain kind of player. Like, he needs more off-ball experience. The Mavs, like, dude, they need more like mid-range shots. Like, I just feel like, players, just too much teams just playing the same style sometimes. Like, dude, like, when the personnel doesn't really match, it's just basically like the old adage of like, dude, why are you playing like Golden State when you don't have Golden State? If you're not like, you don't have Golden State players, right? It's like what Charles Barkley always said. Like, what are you trying to do? Like, they're able to play this way because of so and so and so and so, right? Like how come the Dallas Mavericks are like trying to spread, like the spread, offense with Luka Doncic, playing the middle and just holding the ball 90% of the time. Like, why not, empower more, give more like leeway to like, Porzingis, right? I mean, you believe in Kristaps Porzingis. Like, for me, like, if I was the Mavs, I would trade Porzingis, for someone else. But, that's just me. But, like, dude, like, Porzingis needs to be way better than he should be in regards to being involved in the offense. Like, come on, man. Like, it can't be always Luka and die, but, that's my take on it. But, it is what it is. But, but just by watching it, the Mavericks just choke it up. But at the same time, I think they got kind of screwed with the refs. And the Rockets kind of just BS their way to a win. Like, oh, man. Like, you get what you get sometimes with these players. But at the same time, it's kind of like a roll in the dice. Like, what are you going to get? You're going to get some super hot shooting from the Rockets, and you get some cold-ass trash play, which is a mixture of both sometimes. Or maybe it is most of the time. Like, just when I see them, like, dude, what's going on? Like, I know for sure Mike D'Antoni ain't got as much control as people think it is to be, right? James Harden's playing the same thing over and over again, but You won't be hearing that from like NBA analysts, I guess. And I think that should do it for now. I mean, there's more bubble games coming out. You know, I wish I didn't have to work, right? You know, I used to watch these bubble games all day, every day, but you know, just by judging like certain teams can play like 11 o'clock in the morning, you know, yeah, figure, right? That NBA knows no one's working. Like, they ain't got shit to do. So they gotta watch, right? Tune in for the Wizards against the Nets, right? At 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Like, it's gonna be exciting to see these two trash ass teams play, right? We'll have it here. And then when people get off of work, oh man, you know, it's the Lakers versus the Bucks. Oh, it's the Clippers versus the Rockets, whatever, right? All the good stuff at the end. So, man, sometimes I wish I could watch this shit all day. Just lay around and not do anything in life. But, you know, life doesn't work out that way. But, you know, sometimes, like, I feel like people don't even care about this, you know, pandemic anymore, right? You got people who don't want to wear masks, just walking around. And so I'm just checking it out. I mean, personally, I don't really care. Like, dude, like, whatever. It's like, I already seen the stats and stuff, but, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, out there, y'all stay safe, and I'll be out, you know, peace out.